Hi, it's Jenny Jan, the plant friend, coming to you today with a video called What Would You Do? If this is your first time joining me, thank you so much for taking the time out of your schedule to watch this video. I certainly hope it's a help to you. I started a LECA journey about 4 months ago, and I have about 50% of my plants in LECA, and I have quite a few hanging plants that are not in LECA yet, and I'm trying to decide if I should put them in LECA. So today's video, I'm featuring a wandering Jew that is actually pretty big, and I'm going to be dividing that plant up into several parts, and that's this plant here. It's in a 10-inch pot, and the top is kind of balding, but it has quite a bit of new growth around the sides. So I'm going to be putting half in LECA probably, or I'm going to be putting the entire thing in LECA. We shall see. And then I have this Monstera Anassanii, which is a pretty big one, but I'm having some problems with yellowing leaves. And if you see, I've taken off the soil, most of the soil off of the roots, and the roots, pretty healthy root system. And the reason I was getting the yellowing leaves was because the plant was root bound. So I have to decide, first of all, whether or not I will put it in LECA or if I'm going to just put it back in soil. I'd like to try it in LECA, but I really want this guy to survive. So we shall see. I have one Monstera Anassanii that's in LECA already that's doing okay. Lost quite a few leaves, quite a few yellowing, so not really sure what that's about. But then I'm going to, after I get these two plants taken care of, I'm going to present you guys with some other plants and ask you, what should I do? Hopefully I'll get quite a few comments. Again, thank you so much for joining me, and let's get started. So I know you can't see what I'm doing here, but I am actually trying to get this huge wandering Jew out of this 10-inch pot, and I'm going to be downsizing and putting most of it in LECA, if not all. But the first thing I have to do is get it out of the pot. Okay, do want you guys to see this. So now you won't be able to see me, but you can see this. There was a root hanging out of it. This plant is pretty forgiving, so I can see a centipede down there, and that's what I'm staring at. And that's the thing, when working with someone else's soil, or if you don't take and put your own soil, you really don't know what's inside the soil of these plants when you get them from the nursery. All kinds of critters are in there, but sure, with this pot being this big, it wasn't the only one. So I went and got my gloves, because I don't do creepy crawlies. Well, as little as possible, let's just say that. Well, and the thing about the wandering Jew, the roots are very fine on this plant. They're not very hardy or thick, but they root so easily that, you know, even if I lose a few roots, I'm not worried about it. And actually, now that I've gotten the bulk of that soil off, so this will be going in LECA for sure. I answered my own question, didn't I? But I'd still like the feedback from you all as to what you would have done with these two large plants. So now that I have that off, I'm going to take it outside to my garden sink and get this all cleaned up, and I will be right back. So the other two plants that I'm going to feature in this video is my Pothos Enjoy. This plant is so forgiving, so lovely. I love the variegation of the leaves. I have new growth. It's doing quite well. It is still in soil. It's one of my hanging plants, and I have not transferred it to LECA yet. So that's one plant. And then my Begonia maculata. This plant, guys, all of that's new growth. And there was a big bulb and popped out, one leaf came, then another one, and all of this is the extension. And then the same thing is happening on this side. We have new growth coming in. Also, on the very bottom, we have new growth coming in the plant. Again, this plant is not in LECA, and so what would you do? Would you place this plant in LECA, even though it's doing so well in soil, or would you leave it in the soil? What would you do? Okay guys, that concludes this video today. I ended up putting half of the Wandering Jew in soil, the other half in LECA. I left the Monstera Andersonii in soil completely. The other two plants, I'm gonna wait and get feedback from you guys to see what you think. What should I do? Should I put it in LECA? Should I put it in soil? Again, thanks for watching this video. Please give it a thumbs up if you like it. Hit the subscribe button if you have not already done so. Click the bell so you can get notification when I've uploaded content. Again, thanks again, and I'll see you guys the next time. Bye-bye.